Let's head back to Irwindale, California to the SoCal AMC show.
David and Katie Chick, this is an absolutely gorgeous AMX, one of the prettiest ones here. How did this come into your ownership?
Thank you. We bought it in about 2000, year 2000, and it was a painted roller. It was all apart. So we put it together. It took us 8 months to put it together. So we took it to our first show at the end of the summer, and I think we got third place with it. And then I drove it to work for a year and a half, and then over the time we kept doing little things here and there, but mostly it's been that way since about 2001.
So has it been a lot of writing a check out for the work, or have you been out there on your back in the garage on cool winter nights working, turning a wrench here and there?
Well, we bought it in February, and it rained that month, the whole month. I got it home, put it on jack stands, and put a tarp over it until it stopped raining. But then first thing we had to do was find brakes for it. The brakes were shot, so we sourced brakes from junkyard cars and pieces, put it together. The engine was rebuilt, supposedly the tranny was, so that was just put that stuff in. We built some of the interior, the headliner, some of the door panels and things like that. Katie and I put together.
Well, Katie, have you been a fan of AMCs or AMXs in particular, or was this just a car that the timing was right and it was the car you wanted?
Timing was right, and he chose this one and added it to our collection of other cars.
You mentioned the interior. One of the most interesting things about AMXs is that this particular, for 3 years or so, they didn't have a back seat in them. What do you think the decision was at AMC to not put a back seat in them?
I think they were going after Corvette a bit. Two-seat sports car, American sports car.
Performance-wise on AMXs, these are hot cars, right?
Yes, these run pretty good.
Do you get challenged every once in a while by the Corvette boys or the Mustang boys or the Camaro or Firebird or whoever?
Oh, yes. You do a lot.
There's a story here?
There's a lot of racing off the line at lights with different cars, yes.
Is your insurance agent watching, I wonder?
I hope not. I hope not.
I've long felt that if these had a Chevrolet badge on the front or any other badge on the front, if this body style had been put out by one of the big three in the past, they would be worth 5 times what they are now, and they would have sold, jillion of them. And just because they they were still working on that AMC or Rambler or whatever grandma's car problem, they weren't getting the respect that they should have.
Yeah, I agree with that. There probably would have been a lot more of them too.
The AMX scene or the Rambler Nash scene as far as clubs and activities and car shows, what have you observed in the last few years as far as the growth in those, and any advice to somebody that's thinking about joining a club or joining that community?
Yeah, I would advise to join, but we started this up just by a group site on Yahoo, and it's grown to, there's 66 members on that site. Of course, there's a lot more around the country that click in and out, but we have people from Nevada and from Northern California here.
Well, thank you very much for sharing with us on your AMX. It's a beautiful car, and thanks for being on the Vintage Vehicle Show.
Thank you.
Thank you.